Fellas, it's been a while. Just wanted to say hello. Working on the 3.5 Trooper. I'm doing timing belt, water pump, the whole 9 yards. I'm doing the plugs, the seals, all that. I figured I'm doing the valve cover gaskets while I'm at it. You guys ever have a valve cover gasket bolt so close back there to the brake booster you can't get your hand in, and it was stripped? I'm telling you, it's been like 2 weeks I've been looking at this thing. Well, I played around with it, I dingleberried here and there, and I just figured, you know what, might as well just screw it, because you're never going to get your hand in there. And then it hit me. I said, this is my Trooper. This is my beast, my pig, my Shrek. So I said to myself, let's fix this, Rob. And I made myself a little access hole right there. Nothing a little die grinding can't fix. Straight across. Of course, I got the steering column in the way. There's always something in the way in this thing. Anyway, I'll flap it back up in the end and put a couple of tacks on it and hit it with some undercoating. But never be deterred, Troop fans. Never be deterred. I just wanted to touch base. Here's where I'm at over here too. I've got pretty much everything out. I've got the overflow reservoir out. The cables are all disconnected. I'm gonna reconnect. To the Snorkel over there. I'm gonna go that way, but I'm gonna put right here. I bought a stainless steel. You can see the dimensions right there. I bought a stainless steel battery kit, so I might actually chop a little of that up. We'll see. But this is all happening right now. Hey, power steering. That's going to get relocated someplace. I'm still thinking about putting the alternator right here in this empty spot. Some kind of bracket right here. I know that there's stuff on Planet Zoo, but, you know, trying to find it is like, they need like Google over there for their search engine or something, because, you know, you put in alternator, you get 72 million hits. Anyway, so this is what the front end looks like apart. There's obviously the crank down there. I've got the harmonic balancer off. You can see there's no AC. That little baby over there is the power steering pump. I'm gonna give you my negative on this thing is 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. They got everything. I'm gonna relocate a lot of the stuff you see right down there in the harnesses out of the way, and I'm gonna make the AC compressor come out without having to take 752,000 things out. So I'm gonna get rid of those stupid clamps right there that are gonna eat through the hose in a couple of days and start leaking transmission fluid all over. Anyway, Shrek has been down for about 6 weeks. I suppose he's gonna be down a little more, because I've decided to, like I said, I'm going to do the plugs right over here. I started loosening everything up. They come right out. I ordered 8 plugs. I'm going to do them all. I got 2 crank seals. I'm sorry, 2 camshaft seals and a crank seal. So I'm going to do those. New everything. New water pump, timing belt, new idler, new take-up, new everything. Anyway, stay tuned. See, I'm trying not to curse on this one because a couple of my YouTube friends have been complaining about me cursing with their kids and all. So, this is the clean me. It's not easy, you know. Anyway, more to come, more to follow. This is a 1998 Trooper 3.5 liter timing belt, seals, all that stuff. It's my first time, and a lot of you guys have been super helpful. I want to thank you so much, because it's new territory for me. Normally I farm this stuff out, but today I'm doing it for myself because I want to know every inch of my truck. Alright guys, be good, and I'll talk to you soon. So there's a couple of things I want to show you guys. Alright, again, I'm doing a 98 3.5 Isuzu Trooper. That's the oil pump casing right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a horizontal line on it. If you look at the harmonic balancer, or where the harmonic balancer goes, behind it is the crankshaft pulley. That's the timing belt, the original one still on there. can you see that notch there? It's like a half moon. Well, you line that notch up with that line right there, okay? And then technically you should be able to come up to the crankshaft pulleys, and it's a little dark in here, but you see that line right there? Well, that line corresponds with a by the way, this is the driver's side, or the left side of the engine. Hold on one second. That corresponds with don't go away. That tick mark right there on the valve cover. Okay, so this is the driver's side valve cover. This over here is the passenger side valve cover. Notice it's got a tick mark right here. So we'll go over to the passenger side crankshaft, and you'll notice it's got a line right there. Well, that line should be in line with this valve cover block, mark that I just showed you. What happened on this engine, and a couple of guys said it's okay, it can be out a little bit. I'm dead nuts down here on the crankshaft, and I'm dead nuts over here on the driver's side. I'm a little bit out over here on the passenger side, but this is also the slack side, or the takeout side of the timing belt. So everybody keeps telling me, start down here and work your way left to right, with all your slack ending up in here, and that's your take up right here. So you may be off a little bit. They said a little bit is okay, as long as, you know, as long as everything's hunky-dory. Now again, this is the original timing belt, or a timing belt, not done by me. I have a brand new one. This timing belt doesn't have the marks or anything, but what I plan on doing is following through on that one and making sure. I'm also going to spin this one. They said it could take up to 9 revolutions for it to be in the correct position, and I'm not sure if it's out of time or in time, but if it's out of time, it's hardly noticeable. One thing I will say, this Trooper got crappy gas mileage, like 11.5. Now I know I had a Snorkel on it, but 11.5, and that's low. So we'll see what happens. At this point, I'm going to put, you know, I'm going to lock everything in place and start taking off this belt, and then start on the new belt. When I do start on the new belt, I'm going to use those paper clips that everybody keeps telling me about. They're like the jumbo binder clips. Anyway, I'll put one on each pulley as I go around, so the belt doesn't move that much. I also got an OE timing belt from Mitsubishi, so it's got the 2 solid lines and the dotted line. And when I get to that, I'll show you guys what's up with that. Just put the plugs back in, so that'll help stop everything from rotating a little bit. And on this one, I am going to torque everything down. Plugs were 13 pound-feet, which converted to 156 pound-inches, which I have in a 1/4-inch torque wrench. So I torqued all 6 plugs down. I'm going to torque the valve cover gaskets down correctly. All the bolts on this one this time. I'm just taking my time and trying to make sure I do everything right. Alright guys, sorry these are so long, but there's a lot to say when you're in this thing. It's sometimes a little intimidating, but really not, it's not crazy. Hopefully I get it right the first time. Alright, stay tuned, there's more coming.